You guys ever wanted to be Vikings?
Oh
Have you
yeah,
ever wanted to go Viking?
definitely.
What if I
Yeah.
told you you could do that in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I recently played for 3 hours?
Hell yeah.
Sign me up.
Guys, this is an Assassin's Creed game.
Oh,
Yep.
for better or for worse?
Oh, yeah. It is pretty damn close to Origins and Odyssey.
Uh,
Yay.
And, yep, it sure is.
I mean, as to be expected.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, looking back on it, yeah. But also, they were making it seem like this was the next big leap forward for this series, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of tethered. Like, they've made Assassin's Creed such a thing that they can't change it very much, or else longtime fans will be like, this isn't the Assassin's Creed I've come to know and love. Where's the, like, bullshit with the towers and the hidden blade, which makes literally zero sense when in the hands of a fucking Viking?
Yeah.
Okay, I can address those things. Yes, there are towers, and you do climb them, and you do synchronize with them.
Do you leap off of said
Yeah,
towers into conveniently placed hay piles?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Fuck yes. It's like 2008 all over again. I'm traveling through time.
So
Yeah.
here's the difference, though. Instead of an eagle soaring around when you hit the synchronize button, it's a crow, because you're a
Oh
Viking.
shit. Oh shit. Okay, well I have to get this game then.
But no, I'm doing it a disservice because it was very fun to play. I think they've made a lot of meaningful updates to the formula that make it better. Assassin's Creed Odyssey had big problems for me, like the fact that you couldn't use the hidden blade to assassinate dudes, which is kind of the point of an assassination game, is it not? Like, if you can sneak in to the tower and assassinate the king with one shot and get out unseen, you should be able to do that. And Origins and Odyssey kind of removed that option because of the leveling, and if your hidden blade wasn't high enough level, you'd just get a stealth attack. This removes that, so now you can kill anybody with one shot,
Oh, that's good.
but it does implement a little bit of like a timing mini game to you have to get the critical hit to kill him in one hit. So I like that it's a little bit more skill based, and the combat seems at least a little bit less spongy than the games have been recently, where you slash a guy 10,000 times with a sword to kill him, but they can get you with 3 or 4 hits. Never was a fan of that, but it seems better here. And obviously you're playing as a kick-ass rad Viking, and I got to choose which Viking I wanted to be. I could be the male or female version of Ivor. Chose the lady. She
Okay,
seems pretty cool. She's a big burly Viking lady, and she swings giant axes, which is awesome. The demo I played took place, and I don't know if this is the only location in the game or not, but I was playing in England, which I didn't necessarily expect, but there you have it. This thing is like year 800 or something like that, so it's very medieval or pre-medieval. The landscapes and things, I didn't think it looked substantially better than the recent outings of the series, but I did have a good time while I was playing. Like, when the 3 hours was up, I wasn't bored of playing.
Wanted to see more.
I wanted to see more.
Yeah.
I felt like the icon soup of Ubisoft present, I guess I'll say, wasn't as bad here, though.
Thank God.
It there's still, the radar with 10,000 things on it at all times, like glowing lights that you can maybe go over here and maybe see a thing. I couldn't find a way to turn that off, unfortunately.
That's not great.
Maybe that'll be in the final game, I don't know. But it did seem like it was at least more interesting when you got to places. There was at least something to see there. There was a bit of story or something that was interesting. It seems like they're leaning into some of the Viking culture, Norse mythology a little bit with some of the mini bosses and things I took on that were a little bit supernatural in a way or whatever. So,
and from what you saw, how were the performances of these enemies and these bosses and characters? Well acted, Assassin's Creed, as good as Assassin's Creed is acted, or better than. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's on par for the series.
Right.
I think Odyssey in the last game had the best performances from the main characters that they've had in quite a while, with Cassandra and I don't know, the dude nobody played as. But yeah, this seems on par with that. I was interested in the story that was happening, even though it was somewhere in the middle of the game. It seemed like there was some interesting political maneuvering going on. But I think the best thing that I played from the game was a Viking raid, where we raided a castle and there was, like a battering ram to ram down some doors and archers shooting flaming arrows and barrels of pitch and so on and so forth. And it felt really chaotic in a way that the previous games haven't really done justice. They had, big battles between sides, but this felt a lot better. I can't really put my finger on why that was, but it felt a little bit more connected, more engaging than the previous games have.
There hasn't been any sort of release date given on this one yet, has there?
I don't think so. I mean, I assume that it's later this year.
Yeah. Tough to imagine that this one wouldn't be one of those, get it on Xbox One, get it on Xbox Series X for $10 more type deals.
I assume so.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I was playing on. Again, I was playing on a remote machine over a streaming service, so they didn't give any details about what the specs were on that. But if you told me that I was playing on a PS4, I would believe you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like a huge generational leap graphically, I don't think. At least not to the extent of some of those cinematic trailers they've shown where it looked ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been doing that for years. Games never look as good as their trailers.
No, never.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I think fans of the series are going to love this. And anybody who's interested in Norse mythology or played God of War and was like, oh, Norse stuff is cool, they'll probably want to at least take a crack at this.
Yeah,
it seems like there's a lot to see.
I think fans of the series have been clamoring for the Viking setting. I know feudal Japan is one that fans have really been wanting to see, but I think if you were to go to the Reddit and take a look, many people have been wanting the Viking setting for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think it's kind of a weird mash on its face if you just think about sneaking around and
the brutality of a Viking versus
I mean, you can do both those things. You can sneak up on people and stab them with the hidden blade, and it's very Assassin's Creed in that way. Hiding in the bushes and sneaking around. But when you do get up in the face of people and start swinging an axe around, it's definitely brutal. Some of the kill animations are pretty devastating. So, and yeah, I think the combat is very competent. It's similar to the Origins and Odyssey combat with the R1, R2 attacks and basic dodging and parries and things. So it's a good time.
All right.
Yeah. Any other questions or anything? I don't really know what else to say about this thing. It's pretty It's pretty by the numbers.
You've told the people who need to know these things all the critical information. Fans of Assassin's Creed, the franchise, will be breathing sighs of relief that this isn't some big terrifying leap to fully unknown territory. This is going to be another rock solid entry in a venerable franchise with a lot of smash hits under its belt. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm confident this is a better game than Odyssey. Let's put it that way.
Fuck
Good.
yes. Well, I mean, that's what else can we really ask for?
But is it better than like Assassin's Creed? I know the community prefers 2. I prefer 1, but would you say it's better than 2?
Oh god, I mean it's infinitely more modern than that game now,
Right,
but
of course,
like,
yeah.
you know, and the nostalgia goggles are always going to be on at this point with a game like that.
Yeah.
Like, will we ever get to the point that we have a story that surpasses that of Ezio? I don't know. But I think mechanically this is obviously a better game, and it's way more playable than the older games were.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
with you basically just hold a button to climb over things and parkour and do cool
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. God, that's a hard question. I think I would probably prefer to play this game over 2.
Okay.
Well, there you go. That's a actually kind of a ringing endorsement.
Yeah.
There you go. Ring ring.
You remember the dream I spoke of?
You sailed through Helheim on a ship of fire.
Here it may come to pass.
Dreams, life. Maybe they are one and the same.